Good evening and welcome to our new hour.
The Journal, first edition. The Journal's documentary crews are on 4 continents tonight. Here are some of the stories we will see in the days to come.
3 years after Idi Amin, still a country of mindless violence and death.
Saturday afternoon and the Turner Juggernaut has rolled into the Ottawa hockey rink.
This is the raw edge of capitalism.
Because they're not just fighting a bunch of thugs with guns who buy and sell cocaine.
On the one hand, he could become a carefully controlled curiosity, living in carefully managed sanctuaries.
Federal elections will come and go, but BC will probably carry on in its own sweet way.
Starting next May, Peter will be sitting here as the principal anchor of the National, while I combine some anchoring with documentary projects and a new hour-long program. And finally, if I may be really personal, Peter, thank you for staying.
Good evening from the Berlin Wall.
The public consultations will produce a cacophony of conflicting views.
Native people were determined to fight hard enough to stop a multi-billion-dollar development.
And because it's decaying, it produces methane like a garbage dump.
For the people of Lockerbie and the families of victims who came here, this was a necessary ritual of mourning.
And perhaps even a subject that's very close to the heart of Ronald Reagan and Brian Mulroney, the subject of illegal drugs.
Things like gifts of clothing, friendly telephone calls, and in one case, a consensual sexual relationship.
Yesterday, the governor of Alaska declared a state of emergency.
Right now up there, the Mohawks are trying to intimidate the army. They've got some traditional Mohawk music blasting on a large stereo.
From Alberta, that
Don't touch them! Don't you touch me! Because you will touch me first!
Get out!
Croatians say this is the way the ceasefire is being observed in Raic these days.
This series of particularly nasty crimes has many people staying indoors in what they hope is the safety of their own homes.
Our wilderness areas are shrinking. Our resources are being used up.
The worst follow-up since the plague of frogs was followed by the plague of locusts.
The music here is fabulous.
Some members of the crew on this ship.
We do know, as it was reported earlier, that 8 to 10 missiles were launched and hit.
They are. It is the family of our crew.
People here know what war's like.
We're stuck here. We can't get the story out.
The United Nations has not been here. The Red Cross has not been here.
You stand here for just a few minutes and your eyes begin to sting.
A lot of obstacles to overcome.
Many have different interests and conflicting views.
Or by something from outer space. point blank, Dr. Asafan, did you ever give him any anabolic steroids? Ever? Ever?
The headquarters of the KGB.
Hello?
Famine and brute terror has been used to coerce local population.
But this hospital is broke.
All hope of finding more survivors leaves with them.
Mikhail Gorbachev appears to be in an almost impossible position.
Crowds gather to destroy another symbol of the communist past.
But you know, the low profile could be deliberate.
And that could mean even higher rates to come.
Breaking down barriers is a start.
They were invited inside for a private reception of champagne and caviar.
And there is no doubt that his own political clout has been enormously enhanced.
No further news is expected until tomorrow evening. CBC head office has scheduled a news conference for tomorrow.
In the meantime, business and labor will just have to find their own way.
Times have changed.
The war brought Kuwait its freedom.
Old enemies from the Middle East standing together.
For Peter Mansbridge, I'm Barbara Crump. Thanks for being with us.